Namaste everybody. Today I am going to start one of the poem of class 10th first flight book. This is the poem number 5th, the ball poem composed by John Berryman. First of all, we'll have the introduction of the poet. John Berryman. His complete name is John Allen McAlpin Berryman. He was an American poet and a scholar. He was born on 25th October 1914 in McAllister, Oklahoma, in the United States of America. He was married to Kate Donney in 1961. He was educated at the Clare College, Columbia University. The Dream Songs of collection of 77 dream songs, and Berryman's Shakespeare are some of his famous work. He was awarded Pulitzer Prize for poetry in 1969. He died on 7th January 1972. Now we will see about the introduction of the poem. In this poem, John Berryman tells about our reactions at some material loss. A boy loses a ball in the water. He is very upset at the loss of the ball. A ball does not cost much. It is not even difficult to buy a new ball. But the attachment with the ball is most important thing. He is unable to forget the attachment. But the poet wants the child to understand that losing thing is a common thing of life. Now we'll see that does the boy forget it or not forget it. Before we like to start the lesson, first of all we have to see the style of the poem. The poem uses a good combination of tone, imagery and symbolism. In the beginning, the tone is depressing. It depicts a scene where a young boy has lost his ball when it is bounced into the harbor. The loss of the ball symbolizes the loss of innocence and childhood. Like childhood, the lost ball can't be retrieved. The tone is in the end changes, giving an encouraging message that life should be lived as it is and we should move on the changing time. The poem is the free verse as it is shoot as it suits the tone and content. Now we are coming to the poem. First stanza is, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Merrily means cheerful. A bouncing means jumping up and down when ball runs. Here the poet is talking about a boy who has lost the ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. Losing his ball, what he will do? The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping and down in the street. This means that when the ball escaped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river. In this poem, some of the literary devices has been applied. First one is anaphora, use of repeated words in two or more lines. Example, what is the boy, what and merrily bouncing merrily over. Assonance. Assonance is repeated use of vowel O. Boy now who lost imagery when poet says merrily bouncing down the street. Repetition. What is repeated? Now we come to the next stanza number 2. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. He stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime another ball is worthless now. The words meaning of the second stanza we find out. Grief means sorrow. Grief means sorrow. Rigid means fixed. Trembling means shaking. Harbor means dock part. Introduce means invader. Dime means 10 cents USA. This is the currency. And worthless means valueless. The meaning of this second stanza is the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls too. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. Here the poet says that. It means what? Memories went down in the harbor. Attachment, he is losing the attachment. It is very difficult to forget the attachment with something else. The boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water reminds him of those sweet memories of the times when he owned it. The loss is unbearable for him and he is grief stricken. The poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new boy will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility. Here some of the literary devices has been applied. Repetition, use of word ball. Assigned it on, no use of conjunction in a sentence. A dime, another ball is worthless. There is no conjunction has been applied here. Now we come to the third stanza. In world of possessions, people will take balls will be lost always. Little boy and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind this separate eyes. The epistemology of loss, how to stand, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Here possession means ownership. External means here things with which feelings are not attached. Separate means hopeless. And epistemology means the Greek word episteme means knowledge. Here the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world many of his belongings will be lost. He personifies the ball as his belongings. Be it to the worldly things or the relationship he is in possession of, so he says that he has to learn to live without him, no matter what he says, no one can buy back such things for him. The poet said so because according to him, money can't buy you everything. If he does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. Means whatever the attachment someone has with something cannot be got back. He says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his life or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the odd miseries of life that everyone has to bear. The literary device is applied. The third stanza is alliteration, use of sound B at the start of two consecutive words. Buys a ball back. B, B, B. Assonance, use of vowel sound E. He is learning well behind. Learning E. Well, E. Behind E. He disseparatize. Repetition, ball word is repeated. Rhyming scheme, there is no rhyming scheme in this poem. Now we are going to have the summary of this poem. Just now, in the brief, we will discuss the summary of the poem. A boy loses a ball in the water. He is very upset, though the ball does not cost too much. It gives a big shock to him. He keeps staring at the place where his ball has gone. The poet sees all this, but he doesn't interfere with the boy's ruminations. The poet thinks that the loss of the ball will teach the boy a lesson of accepting the loss with tolerance and pleasure. Everyone has to lose something or the other in this world, as still they are to survive and fulfill their obligations. This loss makes the boy learn that gains and losses are part and parcel of life and should accept them as a common matter. So, if we see here the parable, then the boy loses his ball. First thing you see, the poem is about a young boy who loses his ball. Usually, losing a ball should not be a big issue. Young boys usually lose their toys and balls quite often. The ball is seen merrily bouncing down the street, and ultimately the ball falls down into the water and loses forever. The boy stood there sadly watching the ball go, but he was helpless, nor could he do anything to get the ball back. The ball here symbolizes the innocent childhood of the boy, which has slipped away, and he wants it back. Now, second thing is here he is being offered the other ball. It is of no use to remind him that it was not a big loss. He can get more balls and continues his game. But for the boy, the loss of the ball is great loss. There may be other balls and perhaps he can hope to get any one of them. However, the ball that he has lost can't be retrieved. It has fallen into the deep water of the harbor. The boy is inconsolable. He loses hope in himself and becomes depressed and hopeless. He stands still, trembling and looking at the point where his ball has gone down into the harbor. Here the lost ball stands for the lost childhood, and the harbor stands for the vastness of life. It will not serve any purpose to remind him that the ball cost just a dime and is worth nothing. Now next you see about the recovering from the loss, that how he overcomes it. But there comes a change in his mood and thinking. He realizes that in this world, the loss is the part of the game. He must take such losses in life and he just try it. Achievements will follow losses in life, and a thing that is lost once can't be retrieved or bought back. Money can't buy the lost childhood, the lost dreams and the lost feelings back. Money is external to losses. Now how does he stand up? The poet gives a message of hope and encouragement. Ultimately, he comes out of his depression and hopeless. He has to learn how he should stand up to bear the loss. The theme of the poem is that life is precious and should not be wasted. Life has to be lived, and life can be lived purposefully and fruitfully only when you stand up and come out of the depression. So now you see the value points of the poem is, I can recap it, the value points of the poem. First thing, the boy lost his ball. Second thing, he was playing and saw the ball bouncing down the street. Third thing, then the ball fell down into the water and lost forever. Fourth thing, the boy sees everything happening before his eyes, but he is helpless. Fifth thing, he only stands there helplessly, mourning at the loss of ball. Sixth thing, the loss of ball may appear to be an ordinary incident. It seems that boys lose such balls many times while they are playing. 8. The boy should not make a fuss over it. Number 9. The loss of ball is symbolic. It has a deeper meaning. The loss of ball is the loss of childhood and the loss of his dreams, and if he is lost, it never comes back again. Number 11. Similarly, we can't console the child that he can have another ball. 12. Actually, he said that the ball he has lost can't be brought back. And 13. The innocent childhood that he has lost can't be replaced or brought back with money. Number 14. Wealth can't buy life and time. Number 15. Ultimately, a change comes in the grieving boy. Number 16. He comes to know that losing is a part and parcel of life. 17. The loss must not break his spirits. Number 18. There is no use of grieving over what has been lost. Number 19. He must stand up to face such losses with courage and determination. Life has to be lived and not wasted in grieving and mourning over the losses suffered in the past. This is all about the value points. Now we are going to discuss the question answer. First question is, why does the poet say I would not intrude on him? Why doesn't he offer him money to buy another ball? This is the first question. The poet doesn't want to introduce so that the boy can get a chance to learn the real truth of life. He has to learn to accept the loss. The loss here means the most important things or relationship. Now we come to the second question. Here is the second question, number 2. Staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went, do you think the boy has had ball for a long time? Is it linked to the memories of days when he played with it? Answer, you see. Yes, we can say that the boy had the ball for every long time. The line itself describes how the boy recalled those days when he used to play with the ball. The ball was surely linked to some sweet memories of his playing with ball. Now you come question number 3. Here is question number 3. What does in the world of possession mean? Here, in the world of possession means that the world is full of materialistic things. Materialistic things are those things which bring comfort and luxury in our life. Now we come question number 4. Question number 4. Do you think the boy has, this is the question number 4. Do you think the boy has lost anything earlier? Pick out the word that suggests the answer. The line in the poem, now he senses his first responsibility, help us to know that the boy has not lost anything before. Now question number 5. What does the poet say the boy is learning from the loss of the ball? Try to explain this in your own words. The poet means that the boy will learn the real truth of life. He will learn how to move on in life despite of incurring heavy losses. Everyone experiences this harsh reality Everyone experiencing this harsh reality that lost things never come back make people strong enough to live their life by accepting this truth of the life. So this is all about the explanations, words meaning, literary device and question answer session of the Bal poem. I do hope you will like this poem. If you like it, I request you please must give a press, click on the like button and you must subscribe it. This is my request so that you can get the instant explanations of any new chapters. That's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.